Hello, my name is Matt Follett. I'm a producer at Criterion Games.
So my first question, like I asked you before, it was interrupted. What happened with Burnout franchise? Like, because this is your second game from Need for Speed series, and last year we have Burnout Crash, which for most people were disappointed because it was spin-off. But I must say, on iPhone or iPad, this is a fantastic game. And what now with Burnout?
Yeah, Burnout Crash, it was a great little experiment for us. We really wanted to see what we could do for a small handheld game. Burnout Crash maybe gave the wrong impression of what it could have been, because everyone knew the Burnout, the Crash mode from the previous Burnouts, and it was slightly different to that. It obviously felt similar, but we'd evolved it for the handheld devices. We're very much focused on Need for Speed at the moment. We're very privileged to have that opportunity, and maybe sometime in the future we'll think about doing another Burnout, but we're very much focused on Need for Speed at the moment.
Will it be on next-gen consoles?
Next gen's on the horizon, isn't it? So we're starting to think about what games should be on those. We're starting to see the consoles appear, and we'll figure out what's the most appropriate game to release on those.
Right, many of new games which will come out are not supported by Windows XP. What is with your most wanted?
You know what? I really don't want to confirm that, but I would hope that we are. I can try and get the specs, the recommended specs for the game, but I can't confirm or deny that. Now you've said that, you made me question it, but I would wonder why we wouldn't.
Now, most games, like we saw, you said even about Kinect, support by Kinect. But what about PlayStation Move?
Yeah, we've worked closely with one of the peripheral makers who create a steering wheel, and we've ensured that the Move controller works really well to control your car in that way. We like the fact that the lights, I can't remember what it's called, the orb on the end of the Move, can change colour. So we've actually used that to indicate to the player when the police are chasing them, so it'll change blue and it'll flash. But it actually works really well as a controller. We've worked very hard to make sure you can play the game with exactly the same feel for the cars using the Move controller. We always look at new hardware and figure out how best we can use it for our game.
That's very cool. Can you give some more information about customization? More maybe specifics about body, etc.
So car customization in this Need for Speed Most Wanted is all about modifying the performance of your car. So there's a gameplay reason of why you would want to customize it, and it's not a one-way customization. It's not like, well, I'm just making my car better and better and better. You tune your car's customization to what you want it to do. So if I want to jump further, I'd probably want to fit lightweight chassis, and I might switch to a different type of nitrous, one that burns it all very quickly in a more powerful, less sustained way, so that'll allow me to jump further. But that wouldn't be as good in racing. You know, if I'm in an aggressive race and a lightweight chassis and this punch nitrous is going to get away, I want something that releases the nitrous over a longer speed. I probably want to fit track tyres if the route's on road. If it features off-road, I'll switch to off-road tyres. So, like I say, it's not a one way I'm making my car better. I'm tuning my car all the time to what I want to do.
One more question about, you said about this connection between all platforms. So if I complete game on PC and then I buy PS3 copy, all my progress will be transferred?
So we recognise, because your speed points, which are the things that you will earn playing the game, they're the things that drive you up the Most Wanted list. We recognise and remember how much speed points you have. And having a certain amount of speed points does unlock content in the game. So if you're playing a single player and you've earned 1 million speed points, you'll have access to all of the Most Wanted cars events from the start. You won't have completed them, you won't have access to those cars, you'll have to play them again, but they are unlocked. So we're not removing content, we're just making it available to players that have played through the game. And it's the same online. We have a very deep progression online based on speed points and other things. So having speed points unlocks these things, but then there's still a lot of gameplay for you to play on the different platform.
Yes. What about these 10 most wanted cars? Can you give some information?
Well, I can hint at one. Obviously, it's great here being hosted by Porsche. The 918 Spider Concept is one of our most wanted cars. We've chosen the pinnacle. I mean, they're all great cars, but there's definitely a few that stand out. You know, if they cost more than $1 million, if they've got really extreme performance, if they're really that desirable, then they make it onto our most wanted list. They have to be that good. I'm not going to say too much. I don't think I can say much more. You can probably guess some of them already.
Maybe.
But there's probably a few surprises on there. They are, for us, the most wanted cars.
One last question about connection between Burnout and Most Wanted. In Burnout Paradise we had super jumps, hidden billboards. What about here? Yeah. We have all this, we can smash them and get something from the game?
So, in Burnout it's purely a collection thing, so we recognise how many you hit. In Need for Speed Most Wanted we wanted to turn all of these collectibles, because you are trying to hit them all, find them all, figure out how to smash the billboards, but they're also gameplay, they're also social gameplay. Everyone has a speed wall associated with it, so now you're not just collecting a billboard, you're seeing how far you can jump through it, and we're measuring that, and we're measuring how far all your friends have jumped through it. Whoever's jumped the furthest, we put their face on the billboard. And it's the same with the speed cameras and the events. They are collectibles, but there's so much more than that. There's a leaderboard for each one.